Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. Finally, I am finally back to talk about that Dragon Ball Super. Finally, I am back. I know it's been a while, but with the fillers, or at least I like to call them little mini fillers or whatever, I was waiting for them shits to end, and then finally I was able to watch this episode because we're finally getting into something really good. And that does relate, and it is canon, and it is relating to somehow Goku prepping up for the Universal Tournament that's about to go down. So that is pretty much obviously the next arc, is Universal Tournament. Now here's the thing too, does this mean that it really is only going to be a 100 episode series as they originally planned it? Or from what I've heard too, they were going to keep extending it more for 70 something more episodes after the 100? If I'm not mistaken, I believe something like that. So instead of the 100 mark, it could be ending maybe like 170 something, 180 something maybe. It depends really. It really does depend how popular, how skyrocket. That obviously Dragon Ball Super did skyrocket pretty much a lot due to the recent arc that just finished. The arc itself pretty much just raised its popularity up, raised the awareness of, oh shit, this is actually pretty, some epic shit. Let's watch this. Now, I know they pretty much watched the Universe 6 tournament as well. It's like, okay, fine, this is great. New material, finally. It's not the movies into anime format. This is great. Let's watch these instead. And I believe that's how Dragon Ball Super became a most popular thing to get licensed. It's like, okay, can we finally just get the license to this damn, series? Because, it's been over a year. Can we just, get on with it? I understand this is all we got for now in material-wise, and we're not going to get the Universe 6 stuff. Well, until then, we did way back earlier this year. But you know what I mean. I was talking about, way earlier this year, how we only had, the movie stuff for now, then finally the whole new material, the Universe 6 stuff started to come up, then finally the Zamasu Goku Black stuff. It's like, alright, now it's starting to become a shit ton of more popular, especially with the Zamasu and Goku Black arc, I think especially because that was the more heavy hitter arc, and because of that is where it raised its popularity up. I'm not here to talk about Dragon Ball Super and all its popularity. I'm here just to talk about the episode. This episode, man. Oh man. I really did love that whole Quentin Tarantino style opening they had at the very beginning. How they always start off with Goku dead. Or is he? Dun dun dun. We don't really know for sure if he really is dead, because again, if you watch the preview, you see that Goku is alive. I don't know how. Maybe it's some kind of, I hate to use the word illusion or genjutsu, but that's just the way I sort of see it. I don't know if Goku's just playing possum or something, because technically Goku is not dead. He is definitely not dead, that's for sure, because in the preview we see him and he's fighting off against Hit, because Hit looks like he's got some pretty new abilities of his own, and I guess he's been training and doing some, I guess getting stronger from all the people he's been, doing hits on and etc. I guess he's been secretly training as well, just as Goku, because after all there was a tournament coming up, so it makes sense for him and also for him to get stronger. So it does make sense for him to pretty much gain his new abilities. So what can his new abilities be? We have no idea. We're just basically going to wait until the next episode, which I'm really excited for, because this episode, man, oh my god, alright. This episode actually did spike up my interest a lot, because I'm like, I don't know how the hell they're going to play this off, but this is the exact equivalent if you take the Dragon Ball universe and made it into One Piece with its hockey use. So this is like Goku training his observation hockey, and it's on fucking point. So he's starting to become more training of his awareness, his senses. Because remember, he is able to sense people, but sometimes he can get caught off guard really easily. So that's why he's on guard. He's actually training his senses, so he's able to sense any kind of energy, even if it's just the tiniest normal spectrum of just someone that's playing normal. At least he'll be able to sense it. So he can sense anything across the entire fucking galaxy. That's pretty bonkers. So that's actually something that he is trying to achieve. And with Goku, it doesn't seem the impossible either. So, especially since he's got God Ki. So, it makes sense. So meanwhile, since Vegeta found out that Goku is their top fighter in Universe. And their Universe 7, Vegeta gets really pissed while he was training with Whis. Because, like, now he knows, because they were trying to bullshit him at the beginning with the sort of training method, because Beerus is like, alright, so what's going on with Goku? Like, I'm assuming he's doing some training on his own, because he is our number one top fighter in Universe 7. And then Vegeta gets really pissed. He's like, alright, you know what? No, screw this. You're hiring something from me. We're doing some real fucking training. We're doing this shit. We're doing the same shit that Goku's doing. No, we're doing the Goku shit. We're doing that in order for me to get stronger. Like, I'm not doing no bullshit with no games. And I really did love, too, in this episode, how Goku was training his senses, like, throughout everything, including him, like, the way he's eating. Like, even Chi-Chi and them realized, like, the way he's eating, he would usually be like, rah, rah, rah. He would just, like, gulp the food down, just, like, slurp it, even the fucking bowl. Like, Goku's a savage. He's a savage like that. He'll eat anything, even the play itself. I'm being fucking serious. I mean, he probably could, shit. Anyways, so, you know, they noticed that too, and they basically say he's been acting really weird about the way he is in public, also, especially when he was shopping. Especially that one thing where they're into, like, the women's clothing design thing. We see, like, a thing where it's, like, Goku's peeking at the... It's just a dress model thing anyway, where it has, like, a panty and bra, you know, model things. You've seen those things before, those model figure things. So, it was actually pretty funny, too. How she in their minds thinking he's some kind of perverted, peeping, like, nasty thoughts going through his mind, shit like that. But, no, really, it's just him actually trying to look. It's like, you know, instead of doing this with my eyes shut, I want to see exactly where I'm going, you know, visually wise. So then he sees the ends of this, like, oh my god, this is a huge mistake. And I like that thought, that was actually pretty funny. So he did actually make, you know, a scene here and there in public too, but that was actually pretty funny. Gohan and Goten finally find out after, you know, following him and trying to get the intel of what's going on why he's acting so weird. But he didn't want to tell Chi-Chi. He's like, guys, just do not tell Chi-Chi, please. For the love of everything that is Kami, Super Kami Guru. I actually have to use that. The Team 4-star. Just basically do not tell Chi-Chi. Please. Just do not tell her. So basically what happens is that Piccolo, Goten, and Gohan find out. And what happens is that Hit is finally around planet Earth because that's Hit's next target. Oh, I forgot to mention about that. Meanwhile, we actually get to see the planet where Hit is leading off to for his next assassination. And we see that it's a mafia fat alien thing that kind of looks like some kind of alien hybrid of a mafia boss, but also reminds me of Trump. Just saying, he kind of does. Hell, even the fucking hairstyle sort of reminds me of him. Like, a little bit, sort of. But except more of like a mob boss sort of form. Kind of, sort of, in a way. But anyways, we move on, and we basically, you know, see that it's assassination attempt. Like, everyone in that area is wearing all these, like, fucking things that look like little masks around them and shit, like on their mouths. I don't know what the hell it is. I guess it's to protect them from some kind of disease or or whatever the hell is in the air. I have really no idea. But anyways, so meanwhile we have that, and then also we get some stuff leading on to Frost being alive, because Kappa was the one that reported that he was still alive. Because I think that's when Kappa was actually taking him to the police, I believe, or the Galactic Police or something like that. So anyways, finally after that happens, he takes the mob boss's medallion and he puts it on his grave. So I thought that was actually pretty badass. Then his next assassin target is Goku. So he finally goes there to Earth. Goku, you know, he finally says like, yo, you really think I'm going to use the time skip again? Again, my dude? Again? You think I'm going to use the time skip? The same motherfucking technique that you broke out of? Pretty much Hit's version of Zedwardo. Pretty much Goku just fought against Zedwardo. And it's like, oh shit, like he can... Like, the way he broke out of that shit was mad hype. Like, I remember that too, like, back in Universe 6. That shit was actually cool. But, you know, it's obvious Goku can break out of that shit. So, of course, Hit's got some new techniques. Especially when he did that blast and actually was managed to caught Goku off guard. Where it's like, look, I'm right behind you, man. You told me you were training for this. And it's like, nope, too late. Surprise, motherfucker. Bam. Hole in the stomach. And he is dead. At least we think he's dead. Unless the key blast landed out somewhere, and instead maybe it looks like he got a hole in his chest, even though it looks like they sort of edit that out. Again, fuck censorship. And what happens is, I think it could also just be something else entirely. It could just be like his gi, like the clothing of his gi, like there's like a hole in it. I'm assuming maybe part of it was lucky enough and it just hit that. I know it sounds weird, but I think that's probably the case. So it kind of looks like Goku is dead, but really he's not. Maybe he's just like unconscious or paralyzed at least. Well, not paralyzed, but just unconscious, like a tranquilizer. Maybe that thing that hit Dib was like a tranquilizer move or something. They kind of just knocked Goku out. Maybe they're making it all dramatic. That's like dun dun dun, like Goku's actually dead. But I don't think that's really the case. But overall, though, I will say when it comes to this episode, the animation was quite good for the most part. I can't say the same thing about the next previews, though, because oh my god, I'm not going to be a big fan of the next episode. Granted, the next episode looks pretty intense, don't get me wrong. Like, it does look really interesting. Some of the techniques hit displays looks pretty cool. So let's hope anyway that it actually pays off a good story. The animation, though, looks a little wonky. Not episode 5 bad, mind you. It's not episode 5 bad. Oh no, it's not episode 5 bad at all. But I will say it's just kind of weird and kind of odd. So yeah, it's very odd. It's very weird. Even that one episode in the Resurrection of F Arc was like episode 20. What was it, episode 24, I think it was, or something like that? That had that weird looking. Oh my god. Yo, the face of it. Oh my god. Yo, that shit was. I forgot how retarded that shit looked. But anyways. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, so when it comes to this episode of Dragon Ball Super, I think this episode was just really well done, very on point. And it does get to show how much of a tense feeling it's going to be, where Hit is pretty much getting to that point where Goku can actually die and get assassinated. So let's just hope that, you know, it doesn't really end up that Goku really does die, unless they got to wait till a certain point to wish him back. Although this is the third time dying, I think after that, once you die 3 times, you can be revived back. I believe that's the rules, but I could be wrong. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Overall, I give the episode a solid, clean 5 out of 5 episode. It was very well done just to see Goku just, you know, getting his senses up intact. I really did like the music and the emotions that they did use for the episode. The OST soundtrack was actually pretty well done this episode. So I really did like the fact that Goku, you know, the way, in this big dramatic cliffhanger, the way they actually ended it off was actually spot on, fooling the audience thinking, oh shit, Goku's probably dead. But no, he's not in the preview. But then again, people who don't watch the preview think it's like, oh shit, it's a spoiler, and they don't want to watch it. So yeah, that's just my take on it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 71. And I will see you guys next week, actually, yeah, or this weekend coming up, because I'm a bit late to the party with this review, because I have a very busy schedule of work. I'm working throughout the entire week until Christmas weekend, obviously. So these videos are going to be delayed just like a bit. But fair enough, though, you know, I am doing mostly 12 days of anime, which I still got to get. I'm a day late behind, so I got to try and catch up. So, yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe as always. This is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. And my manga fans, keep supporting much reading, much watch. I'll see you guys next time for episode 72. Actually, I'll see you guys this Saturday, Christmas Eve. It's gonna be one hell of a Christmas, or maybe, I don't know, because like with this animation, man, I'm having mixed feelings about the next episode. But we'll see how it turns out. Maybe we'll see how it goes. But anyways, that's it for real. I'm done. Bye bye.